Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much. This is your daily forecast. It is a collective reading for all signs. It is available to all that need it, when they need it. It was originally created for Wednesday the 19th. It is not solely set for that date, but it is originally created for that date for my regular viewers. If you're watching this on a date that's other than the 19th, don't worry. That just means that you are seeing it when you need to. If it fits, great, utilize it. If it doesn't, that's okay. Nothing's broken or wrong. You just might be working on something different at this time, okay? Please check out the drop-down menu on the YouTube videos. They give you insight into sort of what decks I'm using, housekeeping rules, things like that I want you to know about while utilizing my videos. I never want anybody taking what I say over their own intuition or intelligence, so always kind of incorporate whatever you see here with your own sort of understanding of what's going on in your life and how you think you should best handle that. And please, if you enjoy the video, hit that like button, the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, share the video out, and leave me a question or comment. I greatly appreciate all of that. It helps me to build the channel, and I appreciate all of that help. So let's see what card comes out today. After we've had the new moon energy, we should still be being affected by all of the sort of planetary transits that are happening. We have that full moon in Cancer that just passed by, but we should still be feeling those vibes, the emotions, and the release of that. We also have Mercury in retrograde and Venus in retrograde. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. We've seen her before this month. She's about establishing independence, understanding that we can take care of ourselves, that we can give ourselves exactly what it is we need. She's also, to me, very much associated with personal grounding. Nines are about personal completions with the situation, right? Or feeling personally complete, whole, fulfilled, at our own free will, right? Or out of our own sort of endeavors, our own work. I like this because it feels stable to me. Oftentimes this card's associated with the sign of Virgo, right? So she would be extra discerning, maybe slightly critical, paying closer attention to what's going on around her. But she also sort of, to me, feels like she's independent in the sense that she may not be getting caught up in the fray of the emotions of what's going on around her. She might just be sort of dealing with herself, doing a little bit of self-care, honoring the things that are working for her around her, right? And being appreciative of those things. Being grateful for the gifts that she has, for the experiences that she's gone through leading up to this point. She's a lovely card to have, especially with all of these transits happening. So those of you that have been experiencing a bit of a tougher time emotionally, to me she feels like she's grounding us out a little bit, keeping us on the steady path, right? Keeping us focused, aware, looking at what's sort of right in front of us and being appreciative of those gifts and those opportunities. Underneath this card, right, we have that Judgment card, which is associated with, wait, are we already at the 19th? Well, we're already at the midweek. We actually have the Star. So the Star to me would be that Aquarian energy, which is that quiet sort of knowing, right? That ability to just be still and know. With the independence of the Nine of Pentacles, we should feel pretty solid today. We should feel grounded, appreciative, aware of our own skill set, aware of our own blessings, aware of our own sort of inner and outer successes, right? We've made it through maybe the storm. If we've had any storms recently, we've made it through the storm and we're probably okay for it, is my feeling when we see this coupled with the Star. She's sort of the calm. The Star would be the calm after the storm, right? And the Nine of Pentacles would be that sort of independence and ability to provide for oneself in such a way that is very, dedicated, grounded, focused, all of those good things that are brought about, nurturing even, right? There's even a nurturing aspect to this, especially with the star underneath this. So there would be an aspect of taking care of ourselves, continuing with the self-care even during these retrogrades, so that we can stay, you know, focused on the right path, moving in the right direction, not dealing with maybe the miscommunications or the uncomfortability that, you know, might be brewing with others that aren't necessarily as grounded or are being affected a little bit more by the planetary transits than we are, right? So I like to see her here. We have this card here, Drink from the Emerald Fountain. I think we've seen this card before. I really like that, actually, because when it feels like Drink from the Emerald Fountain, to me, emerald makes me think of healing. And drinking from the fountain means like it's a sort of a pour forth of the emotions. The water bearer is the star, right? Associated with the sign of Aquarius. So the Emerald Fountain could be associated also with the water bearer, or that star energy pouring forth within us to bring us that peace, that healing, that solitude, gratitude, focus that we see here in the Nine of Pentacles. I am going to read you the story from Drink the Emerald Fountain, because I believe we've read it before, and she is card number 7. Sevens are about a conscious choice, right? So we get to choose what we give our attention to, how we give our attention, how much of our attention we give. That's also the sort of the richness of the Nine of Pentacles. She has all of these assets, all of these attributes around her, and the peacefulness of the star. We get to sort of choose where we focus our energy. Is our energy only being focused on ourselves at this time? That's completely acceptable and okay, especially during these planetary transits, right? And allowing ourselves to have that and to sort of bathe in that, bathe in the light of the star and the beauty of the star, bathe in the sort of self-sufficiency of the Nine of Pentacles, bathe in the Emerald Fountain. So let's read Drink from the Emerald Fountain. The Divine Feminine is encouraging of the awakening and empowerment of all living beings. When a sincere seeker is trying to find the way through, there is much help sent. It makes sense to be open to receive it, indeed, to step forward and drink from the Emerald Fountain, which is the unconditionally loving heart chakra of Kwan. Allow yourself to be nourished by the power and love of the Divine Mother flowing to you now. So it's interesting too, when they're talking about the Divine Feminine. To me, the star is a very feminine card, so is the Nine of Pentacles, and obviously Kwan is a feminine goddess. So being more in that sort of psychic, emotional, nurturing space would be very beneficial to us at this time, is my feeling. There is nothing to be gained in making life more difficult than it needs to be, other than unnecessary stress, or perhaps the learning that it isn't as much fun this way. At this time, you are going through a time of important spiritual growth. Your higher self has set a spiritual schedule and is planning on being at a certain destination in time and space to set events in motion, to benefit from synchronicities, and to be able to live out its divine purpose in the physical world too. The soul is very resourceful and is calling for divine help in getting to its destination on time. When you allow yourself to be helped, great reserves of support become available to you. Your soul is strengthened and nourished by the loving heart of the Divine Mother. And as it is filled with love from the Emerald Fountain, it can flow through you and you feel happier, more balanced, content, and peaceful. Now that would be the star and the Nine of Pentacles influence for sure. The more you allow yourself to be assisted, the more you will feel detached and trusting. You will find fewer problems actually arise for you, and when they do, you might be surprised just how swiftly they are resolved, sometimes with only a small amount of effort on your part. This is the benefit of allowing divine forces greater than us individually to nourish and support us. We allow the loving power much greater than our individual consciousness to do the heavy lifting, and our soul path unfolds more joyfully and more quickly. It is the doing without doing. You are at a point on your path where you need support to rise up and break through. You are invited to drink from the Emerald Fountain, to accept the love pouring endlessly from the heart chakra of the Divine Mother, as it would greatly benefit you, even in ways that are not as yet part of your conscious awareness. May your spiritual thirst be sated, and may you be supported and assisted by the Mother Divine. A healing at the Emerald Fountain. Laying or sitting comfortably, close your eyes and let your breathing relax. Imagine that before you there is a sacred place filled with emerald green light and you hear a fountain. It sounds like a waterfall, like a beautiful woman singing sweetly, like a crystal bowl being sounded and birds singing. You see or sense the fountain and allow yourself to approach it, realizing you are in a very special place of great power and love, the heart chakra of the Divine Mother Kwan Yin. Allow yourself to bathe and drink in the fountain with respect and gratitude. Let yourself absorb it. Feel any emotion releasing and simply be. When you are ready, return to your breath and your body, and you may like to finish your healing with the prayer below. As you move through the following days and weeks, be open to saying yes, to allowing life to be easier, to letting go of that which feels heavy or obstructing, and to having utter faith in your process. The letting go would be the full moon in Cancer's influence, guys. Now is the period. We still have a few days after the full moon to continue to let go of anything that hinders us or holds us or weighs us down. That's what the cards are kind of telling us. Standing true in our strength, like they hear the yellow tiger mother, is really what we need to be doing. And now drinking from our own compassion of our own heart, or the heart of Kuan Yin. Prayer at the Emerald Fountain. Divine Kuan Yin, beloved goddess that loves me unconditionally, you have my blessing and permission to assist me with divine energy that is for my highest good in all areas of my life now. I kneel at your sacred fountain of love, light, and divine assistance now. I drink from your heart, that which fills my soul. I gracefully receive your unconditionally loving help. Om Mani Padme Hum. So, to me, also, the emerald aspect of the fountain is about a healing that we're giving ourselves, right? We're receiving that healing not only through the peace of the star and the awareness of the star, but we're also receiving that healing from, being open to the assistance of Kuan Yin, our higher self, the God of our understanding, and also the belief in our own self within our own world to provide for ourselves, to take care of our own needs through this Nine of Pentacles, right? The grounding stone for today is the word is trust. Trusting in all of this, first ourselves, trusting in the more spiritual nature of the star, the quieter, more subtler voices that might be coming to us peacefully, quietly, calmly, and reminding us of who we are as we move through a tumultuous time, let's face it. The world's in tumult. The planets are retrograde. We could be having feelings coming up. Allow those feelings to come up and trust that they're coming up for a reason, and then just gently let them go. Stay steadfast in the sort of love that can be bestowed upon you, whether you need to call upon Kuan Yin or any other goddess that you work with, or whoever your god, your angels, your higher self, your spirit guides are. Allow them to assist you in the heavy lifting, like the card says. We don't have to stress ourselves out. The grounding stone underneath this for this week is that word relax. So remember, as these transformations take place, to relax and be grateful for them. Embrace them as they come, even if they feel, a little bit emotional, a little bit hard to look at. Look at them. Revisit them. That's what retrogrades are about. And as far as the independence of the Nine of Pentacles, she says to me, we don't necessarily have to get caught up in the fray of everybody else in their own miscommunications and their misgivings. We can subsist on our own and still be happy and grateful even as we transit through these trying times. That is your forecast for the day. Please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Leave a question or comment, and thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate you guys watching the channel. Share out the video with those that you think could use it, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Thank you and take care. Bye-bye.